Bikini line waxing doesn't have to be painful, stressful, or confusing, especially if you have sensitive skin. Most tutorials online are too fast or skip important details for mature or sensitive skin, and that's exactly why irritation happens. Whether you're preparing for a beach day in Sydney, a city break in Toronto, or a summer festival in Barcelona, knowing the gentle, correct technique can save you time, pain, and redness. Stay until the end. I'll reveal the one step nearly every beginner skips that causes bumps and ingrowns, and how to prevent it every time. First, let's talk about why bikini line waxing is worth it. Smooth skin is nice, but comfort is better. Waxing can seriously reduce daily shaving irritation, which is a huge win for sensitive skin. It also helps with hygiene during workouts and boosts your confidence at the pool or beach. Plus, you save time in your daily grooming routine. Ultimately, it supports healthier skin over the long term compared to shaving. If you hate razor bumps, this first step is definitely for you. Next, you have to understand your sensitive skin before you start. Sensitive skin reacts differently, and that's okay. Skin can become more delicate after 30, and hormonal changes can affect sensitivity too. If you already have some redness, you'll want to be extra gentle. Using products designed for sensitive skin is non-negotiable, and moisturizing your skin in the days leading up to your wax can make a big difference. Now, let's choose the right wax. Not all waxes are created equal, and this choice is critical for sensitive skin. Hard wax is fantastic because it adheres to the hair, not the skin, which means less pulling and irritation. Soft wax can be faster for small areas, but hard wax is generally the kinder option. Look for hypoallergenic formulas and avoid any waxes with added fragrances or alcohol. If you're unsure, a professional can guide your product choice. Pre-wax cleansing is key. Clean skin equals an easier wax. It's best to take a warm shower before you start to open up your pores, but avoid using any oily lotions afterwards. Pat your skin dry very carefully. The hair should be about 1/4 of an inch long, so trim it if it's longer. A little bit of mild exfoliation a day or two before can also help, but don't scrub right before you wax. Let's set up a comfortable space because your environment really affects the results. Find a quiet, warm area where you won't be disturbed. Lay down a soft towel or mat to lie on. Good lighting is essential so you can see what you're doing. Have all your tools, your wax, applicator sticks, and aftercare within easy reach. Some calm music can also help you relax, which makes the whole process less painful. Now for the main event. Correct wax application technique. Technique is everything for a pain-free experience. You always want to spread the wax in the direction of your hair growth. Apply it in thin, even layers. A thick glob is not your friend here. And never, ever, reapply wax to the same spot immediately if it's already red or irritated. Keep the skin taut with one hand while you're applying and removing the wax. This simple action makes a world of difference. The pull is just as important as the spread. You want to remove the wax in one swift, confident motion. Don't hesitate. Keep your hand firm, not jerky, and peel the strip parallel to your skin, not straight up. Avoid lifting the edges of the wax strip before you're ready to pull. I know it sounds a little scary, but practice really does make perfect with this part. Let's talk about managing pain without stress. Pain is a signal from your body, not a requirement for good results. Deep breathing is your best friend. Inhale as you apply, and exhale sharply as you pull. You can use numbing creams, but they are optional. Also, avoid caffeine before you wax, as it can make your skin more sensitive. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just wax smaller sections at a time. And remember to relax your muscles, especially your inner thighs. Tensing up only makes it worse. Aftercare is what will prevent redness and bumps. As soon as you're done, apply a cooling gel, like one with aloe vera, to soothe the area. Avoid tight clothing for the next 24 hours to let your skin breathe. That also means no hot baths or intense workouts for a day. Instead, moisturize with a gentle fragrance-free cream to keep the skin calm and happy. So, what do you do if you get ingrown hairs? The good news is, ingrowns are preventable if you know how. Start gentle exfoliation 2 to 3 days after your wax, and keep doing it a few times a week. Keeping the skin moisturized is also crucial. And please, avoid shaving between your waxing sessions. It disrupts the hair growth cycle and can lead to more ingrowns. If they keep happening, it might be time to check in with a professional. Now, how often should you wax? When it comes to sensitive skin, more is not always better. You should aim to space your sessions about 4 to 6 weeks apart. This gives your hair time to grow back to that optimal 1/4 inch length. Overwaxing will only increase irritation, so listen to your skin and monitor how it recovers. You might even find you need to adjust your frequency depending on the season. Should you go to a professional or do it at home? Honestly, both can work, but you have to be careful. A professional offers precision, hygiene, and experience, which is great for beginners or if you're nervous. At-home waxing gives you convenience, privacy, and control. If you go the DIY route, just make sure you use the right tools, the right wax, and always maintain a clean environment. And know when to call a pro if you're struggling. Let's cover the common mistakes beginners make. Skipping these steps is often why irritation happens. Number 1 is applying the wax when it's too hot. Always test it on your wrist first. Another is pulling incorrectly, either too slowly or upwards instead of parallel to the skin. Many people also ignore extra sensitive areas and don't prep the skin properly. And a big one, overwaxing the same spot over and over. Be gentle with yourself. Let's look at some real-life lifestyle tips. Different routines, same goal: smooth, happy skin. In Sydney, beachgoers often prefer quick, pain-free sessions to be ready for the water anytime. In a busy city like Toronto, many professionals wax for hygiene and confidence in their daily lives. For festival goers in Barcelona, it's all about having smooth skin for fun outfits. And in Nordic cultures, slow living routines emphasize gentle, soothing aftercare. The key is to adapt your waxing routine to your own lifestyle and climate. Finally, confidence is the final and most important step. Smooth skin is nice, but feeling confident is so much better. It's about feeling in control of your body and your grooming choices. It reduces self-consciousness and encourages you to practice regular self-care. It's about being able to enjoy summer, the pool, or the beach freely. This is empowerment. And this is the step that most tutorials skip. Treating your skin with respect makes all the difference in how you feel. Gentle waxing is about listening to your body, not forcing results. It's a skill, and you'll get better with every session. If you found this helpful, be sure to watch my next video, Brazilian Waxing After 40, How to Avoid Pain and Redness, and please comment below with your biggest waxing struggle. I read and reply to every single question. Thanks for watching.